You trying to kill me? You gotta concentrate.
It was a summer romance, a low-budget dance movie, and a surprise cultural phenomenon. But behind the scenes of Dirty Dancing, there was tension, sabotage, and watermelons. Nobody thought it would work. Not the studio, not the critics, not even the actors. These are 15 weird facts about Dirty Dancing, the movie that put Baby in a corner and then danced her right back out. Fact 1, nobody wanted to make it. Dirty Dancing was pitched to 43 different production companies and rejected by almost all of them. Why? Because nobody believed a low-budget 1960s dance movie would sell. Studios said it was too soft, too nostalgic, or simply too weird. But Vestron Pictures, a tiny video distribution company, took a gamble, and it paid off. Dirty Dancing went on to make over $200 million worldwide. Not bad for a film that almost didn't happen at all. Fact 2, Patrick Swayze hated the line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." It's one of the most iconic lines in movie history.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
But Patrick Swayze, he thought it was cheesy. He begged the director to cut it. He thought it sounded forced and unnatural. But director Emile Ardolino insisted. And in the end, that one line became the defining moment of the film. It even won Most Memorable Quote at the 2004 American Film Institute Awards. Swayze may have hated it, but audiences loved it. Fact 3, they couldn't stand each other. Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze had chemistry on screen, but off-screen, not so much. They had worked together before on Red Dawn and didn't exactly get along. During Dirty Dancing, tensions ran high. Swayze was intense, Grey was playful. The contrast created sparks, sometimes literally. They argued between takes, rolled eyes, and needed constant breaks to reset. Ironically, that friction made their love story feel even more real on screen.
Because I need this goddamn job lined up for next summer. My dad calls me today. He says, good news. You know, he says Uncle Paul can finally get you in the union.
Oh, what union?
Fact 4. The iconic lift wasn't rehearsed. That lift, that moment. You'd think they practiced it over and over. Nope. Jennifer Grey was too scared, so they saved it for the final shoot. What you see in the movie? That was the first time she ever did it.
Good, don't break. Don't break.
And the reaction on her face? 100% real. She didn't know if she'd land it or fall flat. That spontaneous energy is what made it magical. Fact 5. It was filmed in the fall. Dirty Dancing looks like the perfect summer film, but it was actually shot in October in Virginia and North Carolina, and it was freezing. The actors wore light summer clothes while their breath literally fogged up the air. The famous lake scene? Grey's lips turned blue between takes. To make it look warm, the crew sprayed water on leaves to give them a summer shine. Movie magic indeed. Fact 6. That laugh was real. Remember the rehearsal scene where Swayze runs his hand down Grey's arm and she bursts into laughter? That wasn't in the script. It was a real moment. She cracked up during practice, and the director kept rolling. Her giggles, his frustration, the chemistry, all real. And now, it's one of the most beloved scenes in the film. Fact 7. The studio tried to cut the abortion plotline. One of the boldest parts of Dirty Dancing was Penny's storyline, and the studio hated it. Executives pushed to remove the abortion subplot, saying it was too heavy for a romantic dance film. But screenwriter Eleanor Bergstein refused. She said without it, the entire story loses its heart. She won, and audiences praised the film for its honesty and social message, long before it was common in mainstream cinema. Fact 8. Patrick Swayze wrote a song. That emotional track, She's Like the Wind? Yeah. Patrick Swayze co-wrote and sang it. Originally written for a different movie, it was shelved until Dirty Dancing producers gave it a shot. It became a radio hit and helped launch Swayze's music career. Who knew Johnny Castle had such a voice?
She's like the wind
to my tree. She rides the night next to me.
Fact 9. The title almost changed. Believe it or not, producers considered changing the name of the film. Some felt Dirty Dancing sounded too risque for family audiences. Alternate titles included Dancing Hearts and I Was a Teenage Mambo Queen. Thankfully, they stuck with the original because Dirty Dancing just hits different. Fact 10. The lake scene was miserable. That romantic lift in the water looks magical, but behind the scenes, pure agony. The water was freezing, the mud was slimy, and the actors were miserable. Jennifer Grey later said it was one of the worst shoot days of her life, but they smiled through the pain and created a scene that's been parodied and rewatched for decades.
One more time.
Okay. Where'd my head go?
Fact 11. Jennifer Grey almost didn't get the role. Studio execs thought she wasn't sexy enough to play Baby. They auditioned other actresses, including Sarah Jessica Parker, but director Emile Ardolino believed in her. He said Jennifer had the vulnerability and spark the role needed. After one screen test with Swayze, she got the part and proved everyone wrong. Fact 12. It was shot in just 44 days. No endless retakes, no luxury reshoots. The entire movie was filmed in just 6 weeks, on a tight budget and even tighter schedule. Cast and crew stayed in cabins, ate cafeteria food, and rehearsed in hallways. That raw, stripped-down energy gave the film its underdog charm.
I look in the mirror and all I see.
Fact 13. It inspired a real resort. The fictional Kellerman's Resort was based on real Catskills locations, but fans didn't stop there. Today, you can visit the actual lodge where the movie was filmed, the Mountain Lake Lodge in Virginia. They host Dirty Dancing weekends, complete with themed dinners, dance lessons, and, yes, lake lifts. Fact 14. It almost went straight to video. The studio had such low expectations they considered skipping theaters altogether. But a test screening changed everything. When the lights came up, the crowd stood and applauded. The studio pivoted, and Dirty Dancing became the surprise smash hit of 1987. Fact 15. I Carried a Watermelon became a meme. Of all the lines in the movie, I Carried a Watermelon might be the most quoted. It was awkward, hilarious, and totally relatable.
She came with me. She's with me.
I carried a watermelon.
Baby says it in a moment of nerves, and it became an accidental catchphrase. Today, it's on mugs, shirts, and fan tattoos. Proof that even the smallest lines can leave the biggest impressions. Outro. It was supposed to be a small film, just a summer romance. But Dirty Dancing became a movement, one that still makes people laugh, dance, and believe in the power of a good lift. If this brought back memories, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what's your favorite moment from Dirty Dancing?